Happy Friday, Ronchar Ranchers. I hope everybody had a good week. As most of you saw, yesterday we let Solomon go. To say that it was a hard day was an absolute understatement. As I mentioned before, we don't make the decision to euthanize lightly, but it was in his best interest to do it. Every euthanasia is different. Every horse reacts to it different, and every euthanasia you learn something different. And this one was no different. We learned with the euthanasia, I won't get into any of the details, but I will summarize that he had a neurological component to his health issues, which we were totally unaware of. Dr. Lauren is or was very confident that the winter would not have been kind with this new knowledge. She was already concerned with him and him being able to withstand a winter with how hard our winters are and with the ice and everything, that something catastrophic was going to happen. Based off of yesterday, she was very confident that with the neurological condition that it would have been very, very bad for him to go through the winter. Even with that knowledge, it didn't make things any easier. He was a incredibly sweet boy who allowed us to see his true personality. Right up until the end, he was playing with things and bucking and running. Even as Dr. Lauren we were talking before we even do it, and she went and got the medication and everything. He started bucking and running, and she's like full of himself. It's definitely because of the cool weather that he was feeling like that. So I'm happy that he was able to still do that kind of stuff and be a young horse, because he was only between 10 and 13 years of age. So he was just being a kid, which we're very happy that he was able to be. With that said, Louie and Abe are doing well. It was very interesting to see Abe's reaction. He is usually not one to care about what is going on with other horses. That's just who he is, with the exception of Charlie. Yesterday, however, he was incredibly interested. He watched the whole thing. Solomon was anxious, as he always is if the boys aren't up here. So I called the boys up and they all came. And from the moment that they were called up, Abe sat by the center line and watched. He knew something was happening, and he watched the whole thing and even a little bit after, which, like I said, is very unusual for him. So he must have felt some kind of connection, even though they never met nose to nose. There's still that herd mentality, even though they are separated by align, because at night the boys do spend a good portion of it up here, especially since it's been raining the last few days. So he has been fine today. Him and Louie, there is no outward mourning going on. With other times that they have lost herd mates, be it from adoption or euthanasia, specifically Louis, when he lost Harry, they were incredibly close. He mourned, and Louis has been fine, has been going about his day today. We had a visitor for Charlie. He had some work done. Charlie is my personal horse. And he came up and he was being his silly self and interacting and being a pest when he shouldn't be. Fortunately, he listened and moved back when we said, so that we could do what we needed to do with Charlie. But he's been fine. They've both been fine. They haven't been calling out or anything, which happens when there's a shift in the herd dynamic. So I'm thankful for that. As horrible it is when we lose somebody, it's even worse watching the mourning process with the herd. So I'm glad that they were up here and they understood what was going on, and they were able to process it in their own way. Other than that, they both have been doing well. It does seem that Abe's allergies or something are kicking in again. He's got a lot of eye crud, which usually means that his allergies are affecting him. I don't know if it's because of the hay that we're giving out now. As you can see, they're both eating hay, which we're about a week in that they've been having it. And they only get it at night. There's still grass on the pasture that they enjoy eating, so there's no reason in double feeding them. But they are getting some nutrition at night with the hay. And I'm just going to see how they interact here. Fortunately, Louis has been keeping his knee pads on, so that's a good thing. He's been rolling around a lot, and they have been staying on quite nicely. He has been sleeping up here at night on the concrete, so it's a good thing, because we can tell from the knee pads that he has gone down a couple of times. So he is saving his precious little knees that don't do well when they get knocked around. And you can see he's keeping his weight beautifully. This upcoming week, next Thursday, they are having their teeth done. So they will be good to go heading into the winter time. We will see how that's going to go. I know Louis is going to be fine with it. Abe, we are probably going to have to give him some Dorm gel, which is just a very light sedative, just to chill him out. The last time that we had his teeth done, he did end up bolting. So we are going to give him some Dorm gel to chillax him. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. I think part of the issue from last time was that Charlie wasn't close enough, and he felt trapped where he was. He wasn't trapped, but I know he felt trapped. So we'll probably do things a little bit differently this time, and I'm sure he'll be fine. Other than that, the calls don't stop. For owners that are looking for placement of their horses for the winter, and we have continued to field them. Obviously, this week we weren't going to move on anything because of Solomon. He deserved all of our attention and all of our time. So this upcoming week, we will start dealing with those calls and see what comes of it. So I will keep you guys updated on what happens on that front. And that's about it. So I hope everybody has a nice weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week. Be well, Roan Char Ranchers.